Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Economics Changed Me channel. Today we are going to be reviewing another stock for our watch list. This one is called Maxar Technologies. And the great thing about Maxar is that they're a very future focused company. So their whole company is based on putting satellites into space. Now, currently the share price sits at around $38. This is up fully in 6 months from a really big low of about $8. Which is incredible, really. $7.79 at one point. Now, I did get in around the start of Jan 2020 at $19, $18 before topping up at around the $12 mark later on in the year. And since then, we have seen a massive rise, probably due to the increasing demand for space technology companies, and obviously the popularity of Elon Musk and his SpaceX company leads investors to the only two public options of investing in space, which are Maxar, Virgin Galactic, plus maybe one or two others, but these two are the main two. So you can see their revenue is $436 million in 2020 Q3. A lot of employees. It's been founded for a long time. Their PE ratio is 6.28, which is quite good. Quite low. Low PE ratio is always better. Their market cap is 2.38 billion, which is still relatively low. Like I'm quite happy with that. It's not extremely high. I mean, obviously 2.3 billion is a huge market cap for a company, but it's not too like, oh my god, it's hundreds of billions already because it's space. You know, it's not a bad one. It does pay out a dividend yield, although it is tiny. But let's take a look at the best tech stocks. There was this article written which kind of highlighted the capabilities of once Maxar gets this technology out in space, how it can be used for literally an unlimited amount of things, photorealistic imagery to check on crops or oil rigs, etc., military applications. It is such a big thing at the moment, this sort of what they're doing and developing. So moving on to their broker forecast. Well, sadly, their broker forecasts are actually quite worrying because 9 of the 12 analysts have a median target of $30. The high is $40. According to brokers, it's going to reduce by 22% in value. We're at the high end of it, which is the sort of thing where I'm a holder. So I'm like, well, I see this and it kind of makes me want to sell a bit. But at the same time, it's a space-focused company. Space is the future. Maybe I'll just hold. So based on this is their price targets. However, the analysts, I think, in consensus do say hold, as you can see in this article here. So the consensus is hold, but the targets on average ranged from about $30. Now, moving more towards their financials, their revenue in quarter 3, September 2020, was up 5.57% year on year, which is very good, especially given the crazy times that 2020 was. I think that's a very promising sign. Obviously, the share price went up way past 5.57%. Sometimes there can be a small correlation, but obviously not here. And then finally, let's take a deeper look at their financials. Hopefully come across a beta score. So there's no beta, but they've got a lot of cash on hand. They are obviously, operating income is down. No surprise there in September 2020. But the year before, in June 2020, the status, the symbols and the numbers were crazy. 500% increases. Obviously a 6% increase in revenue again. But March 2020, a big decrease by 11%. So it's really one of them companies that is a sort of a risk. It's an interesting one. That's been a review of Maxar. I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you again in the next episode.